the Lemmings what we're going to be?
Sure, but we have Trish Wolf on from the Wolf Pack.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Then we will. No, it's fine. Hey, I set you up. I got you the ball. That's
Hey,
on
Trish.
me. Hey, Trish.
Hey, good morning.
Trish, tell our audience how long you've been listening to TMA, because Doug thinks it's the best show in the world.
I don't really.
Oh, you know what? Okay, so I have to tell you guys. So I've got this agent on my team. His name's Paul Rose. He's been listening forever. So he's been talking about TMA and telling me you guys have such great, loyal listeners, and I needed to check it out and, become a sponsor of the show. So I don't know, maybe a month or so ago, I'm driving down to the Ozarks to show some houses. I think it's perfect time to check it out. So I download the app. I download the TMA app.
Sure.
I hit the play button. I'm going down the road. Jackson's on there talking about, the terrible St. Louis drivers and, this and that. And all of a sudden, F-bomb. I'm like, wait, what? What just happened?
Wow.
So I'm sitting there like, I know I didn't just hear that, right? So going on, Jackson drops another F-bomb, and then another F-bomb, and I'm just like, what is happening? I mean, I know this is HD2 and all, but can you really, say the F word on HD2? I call Paul up. I'm like, what is going on, man? Like, this show is just nuts. And he's laughing. He's probably thinking I'm just like, the dumbest chick in the world. But he's laughing. He's like, no. He's like, you got it. He's like, you're not listening to TMA. You got to be listening to Pepper and Genie. I'm like,
And we
Look, it's another Pepper and Genie endorsement.
yeah, I'm like, wait, say that again. He's like, Pepper and Genie. I'm just like, I don't know what you're saying, Paul. Say it again, slower. He's like, Pepperoncini. I'm just like, okay, I'll just spell it because I don't know what you're saying. And I'm like, are you saying peppercini? He's like, Pepperoncini. I was like, oh my gosh, like so I'm listening to the show, and first of all, I thought I knew how to say peppercini, and now I'm like so messed up in my own head. I'm at Subway trying to order a sandwich. They're like, what do you want on your sandwich? Oh, lettuce, tomatoes, and pepperoncini. Like, I don't even know how to say the word anymore.
Love me some Trish. Love it.
So, yeah, so been listening to both shows ever since, and it was quite an awakening. I'm glad that I clarified the difference between the pepperoncini and TMA, because who knows what I might have said this morning. Trish comes on and you guys get shut down by the FCC in a matter of minutes. So
That could happen.
That's wild, because that's the only time Jackson filled in, and he dropped about 5 F-bombs.
Jackson, I didn't know you went rogue.
Yeah, I got the dirty little mouth.
No,
Put that on. Snag that audio right there. And play it on 101
He
ESPN.
was on fire. Yeah, he was on fire, and he was really ticked about St. Louis drivers.
Wow,
so,
Jackson, I didn't know you were a bandy little rooster.
I got a podcast.
Yeah, you never know.
God, this guy's the Dan Orlovsky of HD2.
Take
Trish, what's your opinion of the St. Louis real estate market while we have you here?
Well, the real estate market's been pretty unpredictable. I mean, everybody knows it's been such a hot seller's market over the last couple of years, and buyers have just been beat up out there because you're up against 20, 30 offers on every house. But things are shifting, and they keep talking about the crisis, the housing crisis, the crash that's coming, and that's really not happening in St. Louis. I mean, the market is slowing down and it is shifting, but it's really a good time for both buyers and sellers right now, because it's a good time to sell because we definitely need inventory. But really, if there's a crisis of anything, it's just a lack of houses out there. So the Wolf Pack, we definitely need some listings because we've got buyers lined up around the corner. But it's a good time for buyers because the things are slowing down, and so you're only up against maybe 2 or 3 offers now instead of 30 or 40. So your chances of getting a house right now are really good. I know people complain about interest rates, but in the 5s, that's still historically low. You can always refinance down the road. Ryan Kelly can help you out with your interest rate. Whatever it is,
Nice.
don't let the interest rate scare you. But the inventory really is low, so we need sellers. We need people to start selling their houses and moving. Maybe they can move to the Ozarks. I'll sell them a lake house.
There it is.
Yeah, I was going to ask
Down
that,
the lake.
Trish, because there's so many people that live down there now, and it's you used to think it was just some hicks living on the water, but there's some beautiful houses down there. Do you think it's because it's a peaceful place to live, or do you think the TV show Ozark has anything to do with people wanting to move down there?
I think it could be both, but I really think COVID had a lot to do with it because there's just so much freedom down there. They're like, what's COVID? What's a mask? So I think COVID had a lot to do with it. The population in the Ozarks, like the full-timers, I think I want to say maybe quadrupled over the last 2 years. Like it went from being nothing to, it's popping down there. It's not just Party Cove. We've got, $1 million homes. We've got condos going up everywhere. I got another listing coming on this week in a condo community down in Four Seasons. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people, but I mean, it's just fun because you got your freedom. You can get out on the lake. And it's beautiful, especially this time of year. You know, leaves are going to be changing pretty soon. But yeah, but Ozark, it's funny. I think I need to get my picture taken in front of the Osage water tower and be like, hey, you know.
Nice. And not just for retirees anymore, but if you can work from home and you can live in the Ozarks or live in St. Louis, you know, a lot of people choose the Ozarks.
Yeah, it really has that work from home. COVID definitely had its silver lining because everybody's working remote these days. I don't know if anybody will, you know, if everybody's ever going to go back to work or even get a job for that matter, but that's a different topic. But yeah, I mean, everybody's got a lot of freedom these days and working from home. Yeah, it's great. And the houses down there, I mean, you can get a house, you know, you can get into something for $150,000 all the way up to, you know, $1.5 million or more. Really, anything you want, you'll be able to find it down there. So, but yeah, around the St. Louis market, we just need some listings. I think if people weren't so afraid to just get their house on the market and either, you know, make that move to the upsize, you know, or if you're ready to downsize. You know, we go to bat for our clients, and we're going to find them whatever they need, and whether you're a buyer or a seller, you know, it's just a different strategy, and you know, we got to be ready to pivot because you just never know what the real estate market's going to hold. But it's a good time for whether you're a buyer or a seller. It's a good time right now. It's, you know, we just need some inventory.
Learn more at trishwolf.com. You can see Trish and everything that she has with regards to inventory or have her sell your home. It's all there at trishwolf.com. Trish, thank you so much for sponsoring the program, and thank you for being a loyal listener of Pepper and Genie as well. I think that's the biggest news.
Absolutely.
You're gonna get a great shout out today. I just became a Trish Lemming.
Oh, look at that.
Did you
Oh,
really?
all right.
Thank you, Trish.
Thanks, you guys. Have a good one.
You
All
too.
right,
There's
Trish.
What a
Wolf
treat.
online at trishwolf.com. And Doug, Pepper and Genie, to me, if you didn't buy stock in Pepper and Genie yesterday, now it might be dangerous to buy it because it's never had higher value than right now. This is 3 calls raving about Pepper and
All
Genie.
three.